Welcome back, aviators. We are here in Stansted on our way to Brno on the Czech Republic on this Ryanair flight. Let's just set everything up, open the volume mixer. Got a lot of noise in the background, so I'll mute the mic for a minute. clearance. Stansted delivery, Ryanair 2474, request IFR clearance to Brno.
Ryanair 2474, Stansted delivery, expect runway 22 CLN2 Echo departure. Squawk 3045.
Stansted delivery, Ryanair 2474 cleared, expect high runway 22 Clan 2 Echo departure, squawk 3045. I think I got that totally the wrong way around.
Ryanair 2474, read back correct. Contact ground 121.73 when ready for push or start.
Contact ground 121.73 when ready for push or start, Ryanair 2474. Okay, right, so Asus FMC program. Alrighty, so routes EGSS heading to LKTB. LKTB. CO route STBR. Activate, execute, performance initialization, CFE rate, reserves, cost index 6, cruising altitude is 370, execute, N1 limits, take off, flaps 5, trim 560 on the wheel. Happy days. Right, so we're departing runway 22. 22. The Clan 2E departure. Executes. And we're expecting an arrival at runway 27. The Timbuke 5C arrival. Transitioning through Timbuke. Okay, execute. Okay, legs. Alright, let's just check the flight plan, makes sense. Go to the plan page. We'll step through it, make sure there's no silly nonsense going on with our routes. That all looks pretty in order, really, doesn't it? Brilliant. Okay. Lovely. Got to plug in the TCAS, of course. Let's get that sorted. TCAS expected. Sure what my TCAS is supposed to be. 3045. 3045 on the TCAS. 3045. There we go. TCAS is on. Set altimeter and everything. Did I sort my V speeds on here? I don't think I did. Let's take off flaps. No, there we go. That is all set. And then we want to just dial in the relevant information on the panel here. 37,000 feet is our cruising altitude for this flight over to Brno in the Czech Republic. Increase that to about that. Let's arm those. Flight directors, let's bring those on. Let's bring that on. Let's bring LNAV on. Let's bring VS. And there we go. Brilliant. So that's all set. Water brakes. Ejected. Takeoff. Transport TCAS is done. Seatbelt signs on if they're not already. There we go. After fuel pumps, and for electric hydraulic pumps. There we go. Anti-collision lights are on. Packs off for engine start. We are ready for push and start, folks. Let's get that request in. Stansted ground, Ryanair 2474. Request push and start.
Ryanair 2474. Stansted ground. Pushback and engine start approved. Face northwest.
Pushback and engine start approved. Facing northwest, Ryanair 2474. Alrighty, so let's come down to here. Let's get our brake on here. It does that. And we'll come down here, menu, FS actions, pushback, push, turn those right, set tug, start. There we go.
Go ahead. We've been cleared for pushback and start. They want the tail to our left. Roger that. Ready for pushback. Tail to the left. Release brake brake, please. Brakes released.
There we are, we're just pushing back now. Parking brake set. There we go.
Brake set.
So there we are, engine starts. We want the engine generator next, is what we've got to do.
Alright, steering pin is connected. Watch for the slope release from guidance on your left. Have a good flight.
Awesome. APU bleed switch can come off. Packs auto high. Isolation valve switch back onto auto. Probe heat can come on. NCS APU generator switch can be turned off. Engine start settings off. Flaps. Auto throttle and flight controls are set. Taxi lights, runway turn-offs. And start set is continuous. Strobe lights on, we can deal with that as we depart out. Okay, so Stansted ground, Ryanair 2474, request taxi to runway.
Ryanair 2474. Runway 22 taxi via Echo, Hotel, Sierra.
Runway 22, taxi via Echo Hotel Sierra, Ryanair 2474. Echo Hotel Sierra, right. We are at the top here. Echo Hotel, yes, round the back there, there we go. Park and brake off, and away we go. We prepare to depart out from London Stansted on our merry way to Brno in the Czech Republic. Don't think I've flown there before. Simulator. Prague I've done, and somewhere else in the Czech Republic I think. Not sure what's going on with the ground there, that seems a bit off. Ooh, a bit stuttery on the turn. I need to adjust my simulator settings a bit because it maybe used to be this stuttery. I think the last big update adjusted some graphic settings and I haven't quite got it back to the levels that I'm happy with yet. There we go. So a pleasant evening in Stansted. It is quite windy here. Having said that, I say here, I'm not. I don't live too far from Stansted, about an hour's drive away. So the weather is usually pretty similar.
Ryanair 2474. Contact Stansted Tower 125.55. Bye-bye.
Contact Stansted Tower 125.55. Ryanair 2474. Stansted Tower Ryanair 2474. Request departure.
Ryanair 2474, Stansted Tower, wind 250 at 16, runway 22, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 22, Ryanair 2474. There we go. Go and line up. Oh, hello. What's that idiot doing there? Where is this guy going? Get off my runway, you nugget. Don't know what that guy's doing on my runway. It's a bit annoying. You can get off my runway, I know that much. You want to taxi off the runway, my friend? Oh, come on, where's he going? That's a cargo plane. Right, he's taxied off. Let's get the hell out of here. SV alive.
80 knots.
80 knots, chance. There we go.
Positive rate of climb.
Yeah. Gear up. Oh, come on. Yeah. Brilliant.
Ryanair 2474, contact Stansted departure 136.2.
Contact Stansted departure 136.2, Ryanair 2474. Stansted departure, Ryanair 2474 on frequency, flight level 3000.
Ryanair 2474, Stansted departure, identified, climb to flight level 180.
Climb to flight level 180, Ryanair 2474. Okay, we can ditch beyond ATC now until landing. There we go. As we continue our climb out Stansted. Flaps being retracted. We shall go to the wing view. Go off and make my dinner in a minute. And leave you to enjoy. Switch that over. That's all good. That's all good. Turn the lights out. I need to turn out. That needs to come off. That needs to come off. These need to come off. There we go. Awesome. Yeah, that's all good. And there we go. We'll see you on the other side, folks, for our arrival into Brno. Okay, welcome back, aviators. We are just about to begin our descent down into Brno. Should have fired it beyond ATC at first. We're expecting runway 27 approach. And the weather is looking reasonable. Need to descend down to
Beyond
3,000
ATC connected.
feet. Beyond ATC connected, we'll get ourselves on that in a minute. Let's set that up. And we are in cruise. Okay. Let's tune into a center. Here we go. Prague Centre, Ryanair 2474 on frequency, flight level 370.
Ryanair 2474, Prague Center, radar contact.
Prague Centre, Ryanair 2474, ready for descent.
Ryanair 2474, Tunk 5 Charlie, runway 27, descend to 3,000 feet, QNH 1010.
Tumka 5 Charlie, runway 27, descend to 3,000 feet, QNH 1010, Ryanair 2474. Okay, so we are descending down now into Brno, runway 27 approach. There we go, happy days. So, we can set up and start configuring for our arrival. Let's go to the init page. Let's slam that in. There we go. That's pretty much all I've got to do. Well, the weather is Kavak over at Brno, but here it is most definitely not Kavak. It is quite cloudy, so it remains to be seen what weather we'll get once we are over our destination airports. As we initialise the descent, haven't taken any screenshots yet. Try and get of those. As we continue our descent down through 34,000 feet now, and descending. Ahead of our arrival into Brno. So the TFDI MD11 has been released. I'm humming and hawing about whether to get that. I might pick it up at some point. Just going to fly the 777 a bit more fast. Oh, hello. I realised I had a volume on my phone. So our next 777 flight's going to be with a Bangladeshi airline from Jeddah to Chittagong. I don't know when I'll fly that yet, probably the next week or two. And yeah, so lots coming up there. Okay. Well, so much for being at Cavett conditions. I know, a few clouds, it's the weather's changed now. A few clouds at 3,200 feet. There's quite a lot of clouds at 3,200 feet. Yeah. Let's get that ready. Let's set that ready. We require drag. As we continue our descents, slowing the aircraft down all the while. Oh, I need to tune the ILS frequency, I almost forgot, don't we? So that's 111.5, 272. Okay, and 200. Set that to 200. Here we are. So we continue our descents. Local QNH sets.
Ryanair 2474 QNH 1010, expect the ELS runway 27 with the bucket transition.
Expect the ILS 27 with the book app transition QNH 1010 Ryanair 2474. As we prepare to land in Brno, the Czech Republic. Okay, we can put the lights on now, seatbelt signs, everything else we need. I don't know why that bar doesn't seem to work anymore. Everything else we need on in preparation for landing. Circle round to land in Brno. Looking beautiful out the window there. Lovely day here in. It says few clouds at 3. The cloud level is totally wrong. There's something wrong with the weather at the moment. The weather report says a few clouds at 3,200 feet, right? And we're below the cloud base, and we are at 9,800 feet. So not quite sure what's going on with all that. Oh, hello, we're suddenly doing a nosedive. That's interesting. As we prepare to land in Brno. Down through 9,000 feet now. Let's get ourselves back on profile because we are a little bit high. There we go. Let's start slowing the plane down a little bit. Start making the turn in. Ladies and gentlemen, will shortly be arriving in Brno in preparation for the landing. Please ensure your tray tables are stowed, seats are upright, armrests are down, seatbelts are fastened, and electronic devices in flight mode. A little bit bumpy up here. Turn the V look on. Sky Dolly doing its things. That's one less thing I've got to think about.
Ryanair 2474, cleared direct bucket, cross bucket at or above 3023 feet, cleared ELS runway 27.
Cleared direct bucket, cross bucket at or above 3023 feet, cleared ILS 27, Ryanair 2474. Cool, we have got a really turbulent approach here. My word, we're getting chucked around something chronic. There we go. We got the airport and runway in sight. We will report established in a moment. We'll report it now. Prague Centre! Ryanair 2474 reporting established, ILS 27.
Ryanair 2474, affirm.
Okay, speed. 147 for landing. We are descending on the ILS. Now we've landed the 777 quite nicely in recent flights. Let's see if we can get a nice landing with the 737. Without smashing it into the ground. Mind you, we're Ryanair, so should we go for a traditional Ryanair landing? Let's set ourselves down to a landing speed. There we go.
Ryanair 2474, contact Turani Tower 11 Miner decimal 605, have a good day.
Contact Turani Tower 119.605, Ryanair 2474. Turani Tower, Ryanair 2474, on frequency, flight level 3500.
Ryanair 2474, Turani Tower, continue.
Continue for Ryanair 2474. Okay, oh, we're getting bounced around a fair old bit here. Alrighty, let's see how we do with this landing. Winds 248 knots, so shouldn't be too bad. Runway is in sight. Gear is down, 3 greens. Whoa, what's happening here? Huh. I didn't want to think we're in a freaking hurricane. I mean, gee, what is going on with this? Wowzers. That's a little bit over the top with these wind conditions. Oh, I don't know, gusting 15, 16, 17? Yeah, maybe. Definitely giving us work.
Ryanair 2474, wind 245 at 11, runway 27 cleared to land.
Cleared to land, runway 27, Ryanair 2474. Well, we're getting bounced around a fair bit here, which is fun. Well, look at it. It's like we're in a. It's a 10-knot wind for crying out loud. Yeah, this is a bit ridiculous. It's a bit over the top, the wind effects at the moment, I have to say. 1,000 feet. Auto throttle off. Let's ease back on that. Let's ease back on that. We don't want to be too fast. There we go. Now it's settled itself down. There we go. That's a bit better. Just little adjustments. Should be alright. There we go.
Plus 100. Minimums. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Ryanair 2474, exit right at Bravo.
Exit right at Bravo, Ryanair 2474. I have no idea if this is Bravo we're turning off there or not, but somewhere. Turn that off now, I think, and just go and park ourselves up. Welcome to Brno, folks. Welcome to Brno. We'll give you a landing rate in a minute. I think we just dropped it a little bit harshly in the end. Wasn't quite as smooth, perhaps, as I was hoping for. We'll have a look. We'll go back, have a look. Might be all right. Never know. Oh, excuse me. Right, let's just spin around here, and I guess the gate's going to be over here. So, small little airport, isn't it? Small little airport. There we go. So here we are. We are in Brno in the Czech Republic. Let's pull in and park up. There's no real defined gates here. It's a bit stuttery in the turn, even for a airport like this. There must be something in my settings that I'm missing that's causing that to happen, because it never used to be that noticeable. Alright, let's turn that off. So our landing rate was 284. Yeah, pretty firm. Sort of typical Ryanair landing, I guess. So we pretty much did what we wanted to. Let's have a look at the replay, because sometimes that tells a different story. Let's activate that. There we go. Let's make sure that we don't need to worry about the flaps. Are all the lights on and everything that we need on? Let's just make sure those are on for the replay. There we go. On. Strobes, anti-collision lights. Yeah, on. Let's make sure that is armed. It is. Let's have. Let's come down here now. Stop. Right. So this is us coming into land. Let's get those flaps. Flaps out. Okay, let's just ping ourselves along to next camera. No, free camera, sorry. Why is it making that noise? Marginally. Oh, there we go. That's better. So we go, coming into land. Let's see how this goes. Ah, right, I see. We've actually got some photogrammetry scenery here for Brno. That's probably why it's a little bit... yeah, on the... Okay, that makes sense. Right, it's a little bit on the turn. Anyway, let's have a look at this landing. Down we come. A little bit... decent height over the threshold. And then we just drop down. Oh, that's reasonable landing. Pretty happy with that. Pretty happy. Can't complain. Can't complain. There we go. So, let's just give you the always... I don't know why it has to muck about the flaps. It's really annoying on this replay system. let's go to camera number 7. So this brings us near to the end of the flight. Realise I had a choice of flights. Thank you very much for choosing this one. I wish you a pleasant browsing journey and do hope to welcome you all back on board again in the very near future. So from here in fabulous Brno, Czech Republic, I'll leave you with a wing view of our arrival. Yeah, it looks fabulous, doesn't it, actually? Looking good. Yeah, reasonable landing actually in the end, I have to say. Some of the graphical glitches of the terrain there. Down, and then that, yeah, that's a bit of a thump. Yeah, we could have perhaps flared it a little bit later and idled the throttles a little bit later, I dare say. Right, let's get one last view, which is the alongside the runway view. So at the end of that mark, pretty much we come. So let me just, will you stop doing that? Behave. There we go. Right. So for this one, I need to come outside the plane. I need to go free camera drone. Disable that. Speed that up a bit. Right. Let's get ourselves a nice runway side view of our arrival into Brno. I wish I'd fix these cameras that track the plane nicely, and yeah, I just have to leave it in like a static position. I've tried playing about with it. Zoom level about 96 is usually good. There we go. Let's have it like a bit further back, perhaps. Oops. No, I think that looks nice. There we go. Here we go. Our arrival into Brno. You can see how the runway is not particularly flat at all. A little bit off the centre line, but you know, on the whole, I think we'll take that. That's quite a decent landing. Okay, thank you very much once again for watching. We'll see you again on another flight. Farewell for now.